So imagine trying to pack a massive, like, stadium-level PA system into a box you can just carry in one hand.
I mean, it sounds completely impossible.
Right. But today, we're looking at how modern live sound tech has basically shrunk down to the size of a carry-on bag while somehow, I don't know, exploding in capability.
Yeah, it was really the ultimate magic trick of modern audio. We've got sources detailing the specs of the QSC K8.2 two-way 8-inch PA speaker, and, well, the mission for you today is figuring out how a single compact box can cover an audience of up to 250 people.
Wait, 250 people.
Exactly, without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, let's unpack this because the raw numbers on this thing kind of seem to break the laws of physics.
They really do.
We're talking about a 2,000-watt amplifier pushing an 8-inch woofer and a 1.4-inch titanium compression driver. It hits 122 decibels of continuous volume.
Which is insanely loud, by the way.
Right. But the whole thing weighs just 27 pounds. To me, that's like strapping a rocket booster to a bicycle. How is it not just melting itself or, weighing 80 pounds?
So the secret is in the type of power it uses. It's equipped with a Class D amplifier.
Class B.
Yeah, so older traditional amplifiers needed these massive, super heavy metal heat sinks to deal with all the energy they burned off as heat.
Oh, gotcha.
But Class D amps, on the other hand, are highly efficient. They switch on and off incredibly fast, generating massive power with almost zero wasted heat.
Wow.
And that's exactly how you cram 2,000 watts into a 27-pound plastic enclosure.
Okay, but surely there's a catch. If I'm cramming all that power into a tiny 8-inch speaker box, am I sacrificing the actual richness of the sound, just to make it easy to carry?
Well, what's fascinating here is the deliberate acoustic trade-off they've made to get that portability. The speaker goes down to 59 hertz.
Which means what exactly?
It basically covers vocals, guitars, and most music perfectly, but you simply cannot cheat physics. An 8-inch cone isn't going to move enough air to give you that chest-caving, extreme low-end bass.
The kind you'd get from a heavier 12-inch or 15-inch subwoofer.
Right, exactly. It strategically sacrifices that sub-bass to save your back.
Fair enough. So it's incredibly loud and clear, but it won't, rattle the fillings out of your teeth.
Pretty much. But raw volume is useless if you can't control it.
And that's what really catches my eye. It's not the raw muscle, it's the control panel on the back. It's got a digital screen, an onboard DSP or digital signal processor, and a built-in 3-channel mixer.
Yeah, it's definitely not just a dumb box pushing air anymore. You have inputs for microphones, a 3.5mm jack for playing music off your phone, and crucially, a high-Z input for instruments.
Let's pause right there. High-Z, I see that term thrown around on audio gear all the time, but what is it actually doing?
So the Z stands for impedance. Electric and acoustic guitars have high electrical impedance outputs.
Okay.
If you plug a guitar into a standard low impedance line input, it just sounds incredibly thin and weak.
Oh, nobody wants that.
Right. So a high Z input matches that electrical resistance perfectly, letting the full, rich tone of the instrument through.
So what does this all mean for the user? If I'm a solo musician with my guitar and a mic, does this single speaker make a separate external mixing board completely obsolete?
For that specific user, absolutely. You just plug your vocal mic into channel A, your acoustic guitar straight into the high Z on channel B, and say a backing track into channel C.
And you just adjust everything right there.
Yep, you adjust your volume levels right there on the speaker. It's an entire PA ecosystem in one box.
That's incredibly convenient. But here's my worry. Even if the speaker mixes my inputs perfectly, what happens when I take it into a terrible-sounding room?
Ah, the muddy room problem.
Right. You know those conference halls with hard walls where the echo turns everything into just a muddy mess? Can a single speaker fight bad room reflections?
That is where the digital processing really steps in to save you. So QSC uses a design called Directivity Matched Transition, or DMT.
DMT.
Basically, the high-frequency horn and the 8-inch woofer are physically engineered to have the exact same 105-degree coverage angle.
Meaning the high notes and the low notes are spraying into the room in the exact same shape.
Precisely. So you don't get weird pockets of the room where the sound is super shrill and then other spots where it's totally muffled.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
But it goes a step further with their intrinsic correction tuning.
Which, I have to say, sounds a bit like a fancy marketing term.
It kind of does, but if we connect this to the bigger picture, intrinsic correction is like having an acoustic engineer living inside the speaker.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it takes thousands of real-time measurements, looking at the temporal and spatial properties of the sound and fixes phase issues on the fly.
So it's fixing the sound before it even hits your ears.
Exactly. It auto-corrects the output to ensure a smooth, even power response across the room. So you don't have to spend an hour manually tweaking equalizer knobs just to make a bad room sound good.
Wow. Okay, so laying it all out for you listening, for around $750, you get an ultra-portable, highly efficient 2,000-watt system that mixes your instruments, automatically tunes itself to fight bad acoustics, and even doubles as a floor wedge monitor if you lay it on its side.
Plus, there's a 6-year warranty if you register it.
Right, the warranty. It is just a staggering consolidation of technology into a 27-pound package.
It really changes the game for live sound.
Which leaves us with a pretty wild thought to end on today. If a single, lightweight speaker can now use onboard processing and spatial measuring to automatically do the job of a dedicated mixing board and a live audio engineer, well, will the future of live performance eventually be entirely automated by the speakers themselves?